Most people think Julius Caesar feasted like a god every single day, but that is a huge historical mistake. His favorite daily meal would deeply terrify and disgust any modern person living today. And what he ate right before crossing the Rubicon changed the entire course of world history. What was actually on the plate of the most powerful man in ancient Rome? First of all, Caesar was a brutal, battle-hardened general who marched thousands of miles with his men. To win the absolute loyalty of his legions, he publicly ate the exact same food they did. This dish was called Pultes Iulianae, a dense, heavy soldier's porridge, not fine high cuisine. It was boiled from coarse spelt wheat, mixed with ground beef, wild fennel, and black pepper grains. Spelt gave the soldiers massive energy, allowing them to march 30 kilometers a day with heavy gear. The porridge was heavily mixed with cheap sour white wine, which replaced clean water for the army. Caesar would sit on a simple wooden crate among his soldiers, sharing this humble food with them. It was this basic porridge and iron discipline that forged the army that crushed Gaul. However, once he became absolute dictator, Caesar realized that food was also a powerful political tool. During a diplomatic dinner in Milan, the host served Caesar a platter of luxury fresh asparagus. But there was a major problem. The asparagus was heavily drenched in melted cow's butter. To true Romans, cow's butter was considered a barbaric substance used only to grease chariot wheels. Romans only used olive oil. Caesar's officers immediately began loudly expressing their deep disgust. But Caesar remained completely calm. He gently stopped his angry Roman military companions. He deliberately ate every single piece of asparagus, pretending to enjoy the unusual barbarian flavor. Later, he told his friends, to criticize someone's hospitality shows a complete lack of good manners. In this way, a simple piece of cow's butter saved a vital political alliance for Rome. But the dictator's dark fate was already being sealed in the quiet alleys of nighttime Rome. On the night before the fatal Ides of March, Caesar dined at the home of Marcus Lepidus. On the table stood legendary Falernian wine, the most expensive and strongest wine of that great era. Around the table, the guests drank and held dark philosophical conversations about human mortality. When Caesar was asked what kind of death was best for a man, he instantly replied, "The unexpected." The very next day, on March 15, 44 BC, his grim prophecy came true. 23 stab wounds from the conspirators put a sudden end to the life of Rome's greatest ruler. The food chosen by the great figures of history always reveals their true, hidden character.